All right. If you're looking at pillaging,
Mm.
there's pre-wall and post-wall pillaging. Pre-wall pillaging is the Wild West. You just do it. All right. Like you
Mm-hmm.
wind up on a mine, you pillage, you move to the next thing, whatever. It doesn't matter what unit, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, once walls go up, that is a much, much different atmosphere for pillaging. And that's like what you're saying. That's where you struggle. The most important thing that you have to know is that that wall is going to attack based off priority. Number one, it's going to attack a unit it can kill. So if you have a unit that that wall will kill, it's going to prioritize that over everything. Number two, it's going to prioritize siege units, three ranged units, and then it's going to go towards the weakest unit. Make sense so far on what the wall's
Mm-hmm.
prioritizing?
Mm-hmm.
Same
Mm-hmm.
thing with ranged units. It's going to prioritize in that order. You can use this to your advantage.
You mean same thing with ranged units acting like walls?
Correct.
The oh, okay. Yep.
So
Yep.
you use this to your advantage. If you're going to pillage,
Mm-hmm.
once walls are up, you can't single unit pillage unless it's a light cavalry because light or heavy cavalry, and it can't be a heavy chariot. It has to be like the four
Right.
movement ones.
Right. Right. Right.
So once walls go up, if you're using melee units or scouts or ranged units, if you're doing single unit, it's the problem you're running into. You have to move in a group with at least two units, and now the first unit that gets shot is going to be the target. So you move that one towards a farm while the other one is getting the yields. Makes
Holy
sense?
shit.
So with two units, you can do a decent amount of pillaging. With three units, you can do it very well. And once again, this is where city-state levy on a separate continent is the greatest move in the game because you have four units to pillage, right?
My God, fucking revelation. This should be an episode, and it doesn't have to be an episode. It's a short.
Yeah, like
Soger, you should make a freaking short out of this.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like it prioritizes those units. So now if you have a warrior that's at half health and it's
Mm-hmm.
two turns from a farm, so that means it's three turns from a pillage, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you move an archer in range, you can now buy that warrior more turns to get to that farm because seeing as that can't kill that warrior, it's going to start shooting the ranged unit because that's higher up in priority.
But even if oh, because it needs to shoot and kill it, so it needs to be in the
Yeah.
red and
So,
healthy.
and there is a little bit of flex in this. If you're below like 30%, it's going to hit the warrior. But if
Okay,
like, and this is where you sort of have to
that's
watch.
important.
Yeah.
So 30%. That's
I
about
don't know
where,
if that's like the actual number,
like,
but that's about where I
about,
see it.
yeah,
Um,
ballpark. Okay.
but so if your unit's at 50% and you took
Uh huh.
decent damage, but you can get an archer in there, you can now buy yourself time to get to that farm. And this is where, like I always say, this is where so many things fall apart because people aren't factoring in they're not using all the information.